Around 72% of women are wearing flats that quietly damage their feet. And in 2026, some of the worst offenders are also the most popular brands in fashion. In this video, we're breaking down 5 flat shoe brands podiatrists say women over 45 should stop buying. And for stylish alternatives, they actually recommend for comfort, support, and all-day wear. And here's the surprising part. Some of these brands appear on both lists, which tells you just how misleading the flat shoe market has become. If you've ever bought flats that looked elegant, but left your feet aching a few hours later, subscribe. That's exactly who this channel is for. Number 5. 9 West flats are everywhere. Office floors, work bags, sail rails. They photograph well. They come in neutrals. They are priced to feel like a reasonable investment. They are not an investment. They are a liability. The dressy pointed flats, the tapered office loafers, the low-profile mules. Almost no cushioning in the footbed. Podiatrists describe this consistently. A thin foam insert pressed into a narrow shape is not support, it is decoration. The toe box on 9 West pointed flats narrows exactly where your metatarsals are widest. Every step compresses that area. Over a full workday, that adds up to thousands of compressions on a joint that already has less natural padding after 40. Press the back of the shoe with your thumb. If the heel counter caves, the shoe is not holding your heel in place. A heel that moves inside the shoe creates micro-instability at the ankle with every step. Podiatrists see that translate into Achilles strain and heel pain in women who cannot connect the source because the shoes never caused a sudden injury. They caused a slow one. 9 West knows how to sell elegance. The structure underneath that elegance is not what they are selling. Number 4. Mango is where good taste goes to get punished. The aesthetic is real. The pointed flats, the soft loafers, the fashion Mary Janes, they look like something you would find in a boutique in Milan. The materials feel considered. The silhouette is clean. The structure is almost non-existent. Mango's flat line is built for the visual, not the foot. The soles typically run between 3 and 6 millimeters thick, which sounds like something, but is almost nothing when your heel is absorbing impact on that surface for hours. A podiatrist specializing in women's foot health described thin-soled fashion flats as a slow accumulation injury risk. Not the kind of shoe that hurts you once, the kind that degrades the plantar fascia and forefoot over weeks and months of regular wear. The narrow toe box is consistent across the Mango flat range. Your metatarsals cannot spread under load. After 45, when the fat pad at the ball of the foot has already begun to thin naturally, the compression moves from mildly uncomfortable to genuinely damaging. This is a brand that respects how clothes look on a body. It does not apply the same logic to how shoes sit on a foot. Number 3. H&M flats are cheap. That is not the worst thing about them. The worst thing is that they look adequate. The ultra-flat ballet flats, the soft mules, the trend slip-ons, they don't look like shoes that cause problems. They look like basic harmless wardrobe staples. That is exactly what makes them dangerous. At this price point, the footbed is almost always a flat foam insert. No arch contouring, no heel cup, no shock absorption worth measuring. Podiatrists flag this category specifically. Budget fashion flats, worn on high-demand days. The shopping day, the travel day, the day you are on your feet for 7 hours because you packed light and grabbed the shoes that fit in your bag. Those are exactly the days when the plantar fascia takes the most load, and H&M flats offer it nothing. A specialist in foot biomechanics noted that women most likely to present with sudden onset plantar fasciitis are not the ones who wore bad shoes once. They are the ones who wore budget flats consistently on the wrong days. H&M is one of the most common brands sitting in women's wardrobes right now doing exactly that. At 40, this is inconvenient. At 50, it becomes a chronic condition. Number 2. Zara is the most seductive brand on this list. The flat range is enormous. Pointed flats, ballet flats, mesh flats, thin-soled loafers, new styles every few weeks, priced to feel disposable, photographed to feel aspirational. Zara built its identity around making fashion feel accessible. That model works perfectly for clothing. For flat shoes, it is a structural problem. The turnover is too fast for engineering to be a priority. Zara flats are designed with the photograph in mind. The sole is flat. The toe box is narrow. The materials are often stiff at first, then collapse. What looks like a cushioned insole is typically a thin layer of material over a flat board, enough to register under your finger, not enough to matter after 4 hours on your feet. Podiatrists are not surprised by this. One describes Zara flats as cosmetic shoes, designed to complete an outfit, not to function as footwear. That is a fair description. Here is the honest caveat. Zara does make boots, heeled mules, and structured sandals that perform significantly better than their flat line. The problem is specific to the flats, when there is almost nothing between your foot and the ground. Every flaw, the narrowness, the stiffness, the absence of support, matters more than it would in any other shoe category. Number 1. Steve Madden flats are not a small category. Trend ballet flats, chain detail loafers, flat mules, marketed to women who want fashion at a reasonable price. The brand sits at a price point that implies quality. It does not deliver it. Podiatrists name this pattern consistently. Mid-market fashion brands that charge enough to suggest structure, then don't provide it. Steve Madden flats look like they should work. The materials are decent. The branding is confident. The footbed is a flat foam insert that does almost nothing for arch support and compresses within weeks of regular wear. The flat mules are a specific problem. A mule requires your toes to grip the shoe with every step to keep it on your foot. That gripping pattern, repeated for hours, creates chronic tension in the plantar fascia and the muscles running along the arch. Podiatrists describe mule wearers who develop pain they cannot locate. Not a sharp injury, not a single cause, just a creeping tightness that starts in the arch and works upward. The loafers have the same underlying issue. Chain details and leather uppers do not change the mechanical reality underneath. The sole is thin. The toe box is narrower than the foot it is supposed to fit. The heel counter is soft. Steve Madden built a brand on trend confidence. Your feet are not keeping up with the trend cycle. They need what they needed 10 years ago: room, cushioning, and support. Steve Madden flats do not provide any of those things. What the flat shoe industry does not tell you. No brand has to prove that the word comfort on a flat shoe means anything. There is no standard, no requirement. A shoe can carry the word comfort on its label with a flat foam insert and a narrow toe box, and that is entirely legal. The word is marketing. The same logic applies to materials. Real leather upper, synthetic flat sole, no arch support, still leather. The material quality is real. The structural quality is a completely separate question, and most brands are not answering it. Podiatrists put it plainly. The flat shoe market is almost entirely driven by aesthetics. What looks elegant? What photographs well? What fits the trend cycle? The foot inside the shoe is the last consideration. That is not an accident. It is a business model. And it works until your feet start telling you otherwise. Number 4. Skechers is not a glamorous brand. That is not the point. The Clio line, Skechers' ballet flat and comfort flat range, is one of the few options podiatrists mention without hesitation. The footbed has real arch contouring. The sole has genuine cushioning. The toe box is wider than the fashion average. The materials are flexible without being structurally absent. This is a flat shoe that behaves the way a flat shoe should. It accommodates the foot spread that happens under load. It absorbs impact your heel, an arch would otherwise take alone. The heel counter does not collapse when you press it. The honest caveat: the Clio line is not replacing your pointed fashion flat in a style sense. It is a casual flat, errands, low mileage days, relaxed settings. But for women who want a ballet flat that actually functions, This is the version that delivers. Podiatrists recommend it. That is not marketing copy. That is a position based on what the shoe contains. Number 3. Ryka is built specifically for women's feet. Not women's fashion, women's foot anatomy, the width ratios, the arch height, the heel cup depth, all calibrated for a female foot rather than a male last scale down. The comfort flats and casual everyday pairs in the Ryka line have cushioned footbeds with real contouring, heel counters that hold under pressure, and toe boxes that allow natural spread. Podiatrists point to Ryka when patients ask for a flat that works for daily wear, not a sandal, not a sneaker, a proper flat for regular life. The honest caveat: the aesthetics are functional, not forward. This is not the brand you reach for when you want to look polished at a lunch. It is the brand you reach for when you want to walk through your day without your feet paying for it at the end. For women who split their wardrobe between dressed and active, Ryka belongs in the active half, and it earns its place there honestly. Number 2. Vivaya makes flats that look like fashion and behave like something more considered. The ballet flats and Mary Jane flats in the Vivaya line have a cushioned arch support footbed built into the structure, not inserted as an afterthought, integrated into the shoe. The upper materials are soft and flexible. The toe box is rounder than most fashion ballet flats, which is where Vivaya separates itself from the Zara and Steve Madden versions of the same silhouette. Podiatrists who have reviewed Vivaya specifically flag the arch support as genuine, not cosmetic. There is a real difference between a footbed with a slight curve and one that actually contacts the arch of your foot and distributes load across it. Vivaya's better models do the second thing. The honest caveat: fit varies across the range. Some models run narrow in the toe, which partially undoes the structural benefit. Check the width carefully before you commit, especially if your feet spread significantly under load. The arch support is real. The fit has to match it. Number 1. Vionic is the benchmark. It is the brand podiatrists name first because it was built in collaboration with podiatric specialists, not styled to look like it was. The ballet flats, Mary Janes, and loafers in the Vionic line include a built-in orthotic footbed, a real one, deep heel cup, lateral arch support, forefoot cushioning. The toe box is designed to accommodate natural foot width under load. The upper is flexible. The base is structured where it needs to be. This is what a flat shoe can be when the starting point is foot function rather than silhouette. The honest caveat: Vionic is not cheap, and the styling is conservative rather than trend forward. Some designs are plain. What they are not is painful. Podiatrists describe Vionic as a brand where the price reflects genuine engineering rather than brand markup, a description they do not often apply in the flat shoe category. After 45, a flat that looks acceptable and functions correctly is worth more than a flat that looks perfect and fails you by 3 p.m. Vionic is the flat that passes both tests more consistently than anything else in this space. If this changed which flats you are reaching for, share it with someone who is still wearing the wrong ones. And subscribe. This channel covers exactly this: the shoes that look right but aren't, and the ones that manage to do both.